Guys, by now, word is out. We have spotted a snake in the pond. We have a snake in the pond. All of the babies have come out to lend a hand in eradicating the enemy. We have everybody from Pig Trudy, Pig Newton. We have all the donkeys over on the far side. We have the ducks, the geese. We have our recon team. We have our first responders. Everyone has come. Guys, we will not bend and we will not break. I repeat, confidence is high. Confidence, folks, is high. This is a seek and destroy mission. And everybody, and I mean everybody's taking part. We will not bend the knee. We will not surrender. Wolverine! I don't think that you can see what I'm watching right now, but this is a big heck no. This is not something that I was expecting to see because we have geese. Y'all bear with me. I am slowly walking my way out through the water. Look right there at the center of the lens. The very center of the lens. I don't have a rifle. I want you to keep watching right there where that little stump is at. Put my finger right there. Do y'all see what I see swimming away? Do y'all see? Don't go under. Do not go under. Oh, it's hard to see because y'all see that, right? Guys, the geese have let me down because from all that I had been reading, don't go under, and all I've read and all I've heard and everyone who comments and tells us, all right, now he's under. Okay, he's under. Guys, that was a small snake. And oh, there it goes. That is a small snake. And we do not do snakes around here. There goes a small snake. And like I said, we do not do snakes around here. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Let's just call Jay. He'll take care of that little thing. And some of y'all are saying, oh, Lester, that little thing ain't going to bother and hurt nobody. Guys, that thing has already bothered and hurt me emotionally, psychologically. There's a new fear of this pond now that I have not felt until this moment. And I'm wondering why those geese have not done their job. Though there they all are. All over there in the yard eating grass. When what they should be doing is over here helping this chicken and everything else that needs to be trying to rid this place of those kind of critters. What I've come out to do, I don't know if you can tell or not. It's hard to tell. I've been out with my drag this morning, dragging around the edges of the pond. And so we had a little storm come through here. Not really a rainstorm, just wind. Heavy winds came through here a couple of days ago. Man, it blew so many leaves and all kinds of limbs out of that tree. And then this tree here, I think it's called a sweet gum. Guys, it produces these little balls of something. And I know for a fact you guys know what these things are. But here's the problem. They fall out of this tree and they float on the pond. And then as the wind blows, they either all float along here. And so it looks like, have you been to the ocean? And when there's been lots of seaweed and all that seaweed begins to accumulate. Yeah, so all that stuff kind of floats along the edge here. And there's so many of them that they extend way out into here. So what I tried to do, it's going to sound weird. What I tried to do, hey Trudy, was drive around the edges of the pond with my drag over here and drag, for the most part, look at all this stuff I drug up. I drug a lot of stuff out of the pond. After my drag gets full, this thing is called a harrow, by the way. After my drag gets full, a lot of the stuff, it'll push it right along the bank here. And then I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I will send LE out with the rake. And he can kind of rake things off away from the pond, and then we'll come by the tractor and kind of push them all into a pile, and I'll burn them. I'm trying to keep this pond as pretty as I can. Now, this time of year, it's tough because it's hot. That means algae, you know. But we do buy chemicals. We haven't bought any in a while, but it's probably time for some more chemicals to kind of help with that. We got the aeration system going, so that helps a little bit with helping produce. Well, you know what it actually does? With having air in the water actually will help produce more algae, but the ducks and stuff eat that stuff. So it's not like it's a total loss. It just doesn't look real pretty. Even the algae has begun to kind of accumulate here. That's pretty gross. Now, I mean, it's a pond, guys. It's a living pond. This is not a fountain. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people who give me recommendations. You should do this and do this and do this. We want a living pond. We want a pond where our babies can go get a nice drink. Some of them can go roll around and cool off. Others can just kind of find a high position and enjoy the scenery. But I'll tell you what I don't like is that snake swimming around. Yeah, I ran across him. It's the only one I've seen. Now, this pond's been here for a year now, and that's the first snake that I've seen. But a lot of you guys can remember back to that sweet little pig named Oli. That sweet little pig named Oli who got... Now, of course, this pond wasn't here then. It was the old pond that was just covered in all kinds of foliage and trees and shrubs and mess. And Oli got down in there to wallow in the mud and got snake bit in the face. We were not able to get Oli treated. We thought he'd be able to kick it on his own, but it was so close to his face, and because it was a poisonous snake, it was water moccasin, it ended up causing us to have to put Oli down. Yeah, he got neurological problems. Neurological problems, y'all. And it was the saddest thing watching Oli before we had to have him put down. But Trudy, please be careful out here, baby. I couldn't imagine something bad happening to you. I will tell you the difference, though. Here's the difference. If Trudy was to get snake bit in the face, guess what we could do with her? Even though she's big, we could still get her to the vet. Or if the vet came out, guess what the vet could do? She could still love on her a little bit, make her lay down, and then give her a shot. An anti-venom or something. But with Oli, as you guys know, Oli was not a gentle pig. Oli was the kind of pig that we were never able to handle. We rescued him as he was already older when we rescued Oli. And so we were never able to handle him. And so even when he got snake bit, there was not much you can do to an animal that you can't handle. Guys, we don't have a bunch of, I know some of you farmers and ranchers have all kinds of chutes and pins that you can pin things up in. And hey, y'all need to get to work. There's a snake out there. And I should offer a bounty. This sounds horrible, but I should offer a bounty. Yeah, whichever one of y'all I can see with that snake in your mouth wins the special prize. Go get him, Aunt Lydia. Lead the way. Lead the charge. Or no, not that really charge. Let's go with the old cavalry charge. That was kind of awkward. Huck's like, Dad, no.